Hey everyone, it's Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be discussing Volt Inu. It's a meme cryptocurrency with massive potential. Recently, I've been kind of involved in a little bit more into Volt Inu for many different reasons. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what Volt Inu is doing, some of the big things coming, and why I recently involved myself with a meme cryptocurrency, which typically I don't do. So the first thing we're going to see here is ETH network and BSC network. They're a part of both networks. You're going to be able to get involved on either network that makes sense to really you. And BSC obviously going to be low fees. ETH going to be where most people have their currencies. So the first thing we're going to jump into is where Volt can all be traded. So we have LBank, we have many different places, Hotbit, XT.com, and so many more. I want to talk about some of the big things they've done in the past couple of months to make this really continue to build as accessibility of a meme cryptocurrency. So they got listed on 8 new CEXs over the last 12 days and still have at least 11 more to come in the next few days/weeks. So some of the real things that are going on around Volt Inu are very, very special. The first thing you're going to see here is a successful migration with the Everrise. So we have Everrise as a very large building multi-chain DeFi security infrastructure with about 92K followers on Twitter. It's definitely something to watch out for as we're continuing to see more and more partnerships, but also migrations, like I said, with Everrise is going to be huge. The 8 new CEX listings is also massive. A new all-time high at $240 million. 758 trillion Volt automatically and manually burned, worth 1.5 million. This is what we volted in April. In May, we will volt even more. So just absolutely huge. We're going to continue to see over 1.5 million burned in Volt, like I said. So absolutely crazy to see some of this really great stuff that they're doing in their tokenomics to continue to boost this coin up. If we actually jump into some really other parts of the Volt Inu game itself, we have game.voltinu. So unlike the first round, this one will last 3 weeks. You'll find below the rules and the prices, which are the same as in the first round. So there's different games and game modes. So there are 2 modes, a free and a paid one. In the free one, you run yourself first, or really run for yourself and earn that ETH depending on your ranking. In the paid one, on top of running for yourself, you'll run for the project of your choice to make it earn and buy back and burn. So you can see the individual prizes, and you can also see the projects buyback and burn as well. So huge things going on all around Volt. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the partnerships as well coming. This is the game.voltinu.in website, so you can actually take a look here, and you can play the game itself. You'll just have to connect your wallet first. But I want to jump into the partnership. So Volt is now listed on 14 CEXs, and they are already 11 more scheduled for the coming weeks. Probably nothing, obviously. Very, very big, exciting news for the entire Volt community. We're continuing to see massive things go on. And like I said, I'm typically not involved with meme cryptocurrencies. I'm not a huge fan most of the time. When I see a winner, though, I do talk about it on the channel, and I do get involved myself. So thankfully, this is the 3rd video I believe we made on Volt on this channel, and it's going to continue to be talked about on this channel because of the massive potential it has. If we jump over to the next tweet, it talks about we have finally the answer. Like we said, we've been listed on centralized exchanges, 8 of them in April, and all of this within 12 days. So you can see here, Volt CEX listings in April as of April 14, 0. Volt CEX listings in April as of April 30th, and obviously tons of stuff. I just want to jump over to the next tweet. So there's so many great partnerships and sponsorships that have gone on with Volt as well. Here we can see Let's Volt, Club Def, and we can actually see that we have more great partnerships, and they're supporting Volt Inu here with the little kids as well. So huge, huge partnerships we have as well with Shop Some Volt or Shop with Volt. And you can actually do this on PC Farmers Market. It's definitely a place where you can get your merchandise for Volt Inu. We can actually take a look at the next one. So Volt keeps voting everywhere. This time, Peru has been volted. So Volt Inu is on a billboard up in Peru, and we can actually take a look a little bit farther. Volt is volting on Cointelegraph. So Cointelegraph released a recent press release on Volt Inu talking about the development and the exciting things coming for this project. The CertiK audit onboarding, a massive buyback and burn operation, 2 really new token holders and milestones, and really what's next for Volt Inu. So last but not least, the team explained it would use EverOwn to lock away its smart contract ownership. Using a weighted vote, EverOwn is the first smart contract locker of its type, offering a win-win scenario for both projects and the communities that support them. Only community votes will be entitled to perform changes to the project's ecosystem, making a fundamental step towards Volt Inu's decentralization. Decentralization is definitely one of the biggest reasons people are getting involved with cryptocurrency, so it's great to see Volt taking that action and going a step farther. I do want to jump back, and I believe here we're talking about Everrise is the migration. But I want to talk a little bit about Volt Inu and some of the other things that they're doing as well. So to all the people who love deflation, consider reading the article below. So more and more articles really talking and speaking about the importance of deflation and what Volt Inu is doing to really jump on board with that deflation tokenomic kind of scenario. So launching a cryptocurrency has become one of the surefire ways for developers to raise funds for their projects in today's capitalist economy. We understand that financing goes a long way in helping you grow and scale, and there aren't many avenues open to developers, kind of looking to grow. So many of them tend to look to the crypto space for help instead. Well, understanding deflation and the whole model itself is definitely going to be important. I want to talk a little bit about the last but not least thing that really Volt's been doing here in the last couple of weeks. So we live in a world of memes, and Volt keeps getting mentioned alongside the top ones. So we're seeing here tons of different memes out there, and Volt is listed amongst some of the most notable and most known in the crypto space. So Dogelon, Mars, Monocoin, Hoge Finance, Akita Inu, Volt Inu, there they are. And there's just huge potential, like I said, behind Volt. Some of the big things they're doing, it's just insane. If you guys want to look into this a little bit farther, I will have all links down in the description below. Just crazy stuff, and I want to continue to keep an eye out for Volt as we continue to see CEX listings and potentially more, price jumps as we've seen in the past. So here, Pancake Gem says this: 100x from my original call, a successful migration with the new all-time high at 240 million, 8 new CEX listings, and 1.5 million in Volt Inu automatically and manually burned. So this is something I've actually called out as well, is Volt at a very low price point. If we take a look at Volt right now and kind of check out where it's at, you can see that Volt has continued to rise in not just market cap, obviously, but price as well. So let's take a look at the last 3 months. You can see where we've came from. 4/20, 2022. We actually talked about this on the channel quite a while back. So you are going to be able to get in at a very low price point compared to where we are now. It's great to see this kind of growth, and I hope a lot of you guys were able to kind of take advantage of this massive growth. As the market's still struggling, Volt is staying very, very strong, and that's something you love to see at a $144 million market cap and continuing to rise. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. If you guys haven't already, like I said, links down in the description below if you guys want to learn a little bit more about Volt and how to get involved. It's going to be very easy. The introduction, the roadmap, all the tokenomics, the merchandise, white paper, it's all available on voltinu.in. So you can definitely look into how to get it on ETH, or really ETH network or BSC network. Either one works for you. And I'll see you guys all on the next one.